Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome to your Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week, and I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about this morning, so we're not going to waste any time. Coming up in this morning's edition of your primetime forecast, we're going to let you know, will we see severe weather today? Is it going to cool off after the rain? And then what's the dealio as we head toward Christmas? You're seeing all kinds of stuff out there on social media about cold air and snow and white Christmas, where we're going to try to map all of that out for you. Coming up in this morning's edition of your primetime forecast for Wednesday, December 14, 2022, from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Scan that QR code you see on the screen so that you can find out just how much money Jamie Dukas and Alpha can save you today. You can also hit that link at the top of the video, or just simply give Jamie a call. He still does it the old-fashioned way at 256-831-7770. Be sure you head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It is free, and hit that little bell so that when we go live for severe weather, you'll be sure and get a notification so you can find out what's going on with the weather. There's a decent chance we may have to do some of that over the next week or two as we start looking at a major storm system coming our way in about 10 days or so. We'll talk a whole lot more about that in a bit because we've got things to deal with today as well. Look at that. We have a significant chance of severe weather across the southeastern United States. As a matter of fact, it is ongoing at this hour with several tornado warnings back over in Mississippi. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather today across southern Mississippi, southwestern Alabama. We have a slight risk chance that stretches up to about the I-85 corridor, and a marginal risk across East Alabama and West Georgia. Just general scattered thunder across North Alabama and North Georgia. Here's what's going on. The air is much more unstable down to our southwest. We have cold air damming taking place this morning. It's a wedge. You hear us talk about the wedge effect. And what that is, you get high pressure across the northeastern United States, and it pulls cold air off of the northeastern areas back into the southeastern United States, and that cold air dams up behind the Appalachian mountain chain, and it filters right down into West Georgia and East Alabama. And so this morning, that's taking place. So our temperatures are a good bit cooler right across the valley areas of East Alabama and West Georgia. And so we don't see quite as much instability across that region as we do back down to the southwest, places like Mobile, Evergreen, Greenville, Selma, Demopolis. Those areas are juicy. They're still in the juicy air mass, and as this cold front advances through Mississippi and clashes with that unstable air there in southern Mississippi and southwest Alabama and across northwest Florida, we have the potential for severe weather, and it again has already started. We'll show you that on the Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar here in just a few moments. So, can we completely rule out a strong or rogue severe thunderstorm across East Alabama or West Georgia this afternoon or tonight? The answer is no. We can't completely rule it out, but odds are not good because of the cool air that's in place. And we're starting to see some showers develop well out in advance of the main line. That will help continue to keep the atmosphere stable as well. So I wouldn't look for widespread severe weather today, but there certainly could be a strong storm. I think the bigger story as we go into the afternoon and overnight hours is going to be the rainfall. Some of these storms could produce really heavy rainfall in a short period of time. I mean, we could be looking at 2 to 3 inches of rain in some locations across the area before this thing is all all done by about midnight tonight. So I think the rain will be the deal here. As we head toward Thursday, this chance of severe weather will move on over into Georgia, primarily southeast Georgia and northern Florida. And then by the time we get to Friday, it is all gone, and we're back to beautiful sunny skies across East Alabama and West Georgia. Here's the severe threat possibilities across Alabama with the timing. We have from noon to about 8 p.m. across portions of West Alabama, 4 p.m. through 10 p.m. tonight across Central Alabama, and 8 p.m. through 1 a.m. tomorrow morning across East Alabama. Again, it's showing no chance of severe weather north of Lafayette, and I think that may actually be too far north. I think that line probably should be down there around Eufaula. But we're going to go with what the National Weather Service tells us. So if you're in those areas, just pay attention today just in case we get a rogue storm. And again, here's the deal about the flooding. We do have a flash flood watch that covers a good bit of central Alabama and north Alabama. It does get Talladega and Coosa in our coverage area, but the rest of you not under a flash flood watch at the moment. That could change as we go throughout the day. Current conditions, we have 50 degrees at the East Alabama Bee Company. High temperature yesterday was 54. It is currently cloudy, maybe a few sprinkles around. Wind is out of the east at 6, gusting to 12. Humidity is 84%. The barometric pressure at 30.06. We've had no official rainfall just yet, though we've had a few sprinkles. Sunrise at 6:35 this morning, though it's going to be hard to see with cloud coverage. Sun sets this evening at 4:37. Don't forget to stop by M.L. Aubry's in downtown Roanoke and Randolph Farmers Co-op to pick up your East Alabama Bee Company honey. Make a great Christmas present this year. Headed for 59 this afternoon in Roanoke. You know, we need to be close to 70 degrees to really see a decent chance of severe weather. And we're not expected to get out of the upper 50s, certainly not the low 60s this afternoon across most of the region. So that's why I think our severe weather threat is very limited. 59 in Roanoke, 58 in Ashland. Lineville goes to 57 as well as Wedowee. 54 up there in Ranburne, 63 in LaGrange, and you get down there around the I-85 corridor. You see Tallahassee expected to go to 67. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to that severe weather range. That's why we're saying we believe any severe storm activity will be limited to those areas south of the I-85 corridor today. So here's the 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. 80% chance of rain today. That will begin probably mid-morning, and then we'll see showers off and on pretty much all day long. And then as we get into the afternoon and overnight, we will see heavy rain possibly as that main line moves through. A 100% chance of rain tonight down to 48. Back to full-blown sunshine on Thursday, 57. Friday will be sunny, 54. Saturday, we're looking at sunshine, 46. Look at the temperature as we head down to 27 for your overnight low Saturday night. Then on Sunday, pretty much the same, 47 daytime, 26 overnight. And then here comes another short wave that will move through here on Monday. May bring us a slight chance of a shower, 49 down to 36 on Monday night. And then after that, we're going to start turning our attention to a polar express that's going to be headed our way. I think what's happening this year, Santa Claus is he's bringing the North Pole with him because if the long-range models are correct, we're looking at a cold front coming in here probably on Christmas Eve. Temperatures will take a nosedive. The day before Christmas Eve, our daytime highs may be in the mid to upper 50s. As we head toward Christmas Eve, we may be looking at daytime highs. Now, are you listening to me? We're talking daytime highs in the low 20s. Overnight lows may be down in the single digits, and this may continue for 3 to 4 days. Now, that's that's beyond Christmas weather for the southeastern United States. And so the major models that we trust the most have been painting this picture now for about a week. And it only continues to get stronger with their output. So we're beginning to really start paying attention to this. Once we get to within 10 days, that's when the confidence level really starts to go up. And that 10-day mark will come tomorrow. So by this time tomorrow, and certainly by this time Friday, our confidence level on that Christmas forecast, I think, will be much higher than it is right now. But I got to tell you, it's pretty high right now, and that's only because of the consistency among the models over the last week or so. Some of them have been painting this picture even longer than that, and that's the cold air. Now, I know there's talk of snow, rumors of snow. It's all over Facebook. It's way too early to start talking about that. That is way too specific. A lot of times when we get, and I remember several years ago, this would have been in the late 80s. Of course, Christmas of 83 was brutally cold. But I can remember 89, I think it was. I was living in Chicago, Illinois at that time, and flew home to Birmingham. And we landed in Birmingham. It was 0 degrees. It was brutally cold then. But the point I'm trying to make is when it gets that cold in the southeast, it zaps all of the moisture out of the atmosphere. So it's certainly possible we may be too cold during Christmas to see any real significant chance of snow across the area. I don't know. That's just one possibility. It's just nobody knows. And all these yahoos that are telling you you're going to have a white Christmas, don't let them give you false hope and then you're going to be disappointed. We don't know yet. Nobody knows. And as far as precipitation or snow is concerned, we really need to get to within 4 or 5 days of the event. So, don't start paying attention to these forecasts as far as snow is concerned until we're at least out there to Monday or Tuesday of next week. Hope all that makes sense to you. We know it's going to be brutally cold, but we don't know about snow just yet. It's just too early. All right, let's take a look at your Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar, because there's a lot going on out there this morning. We have a patch of showers moving into Georgia from Alabama right there along I-85. That stretches down into the Wiregrass area. And then if you look back over to the west, you see the leading edge of that line of storms moving into the Huntsville-Cullman area. And then it stretches right down the I-59, I-20 corridor into Meridian, Mississippi. And then look what's going on over here in southern Mississippi and back over into Louisiana this morning. We have some severe storms rumbling just north of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And then look at the tornado warnings. And let me stop it right there. Look at the tornado warnings in effect at this hour over in Mississippi. Now, if you're watching this was recorded at 5:37 a.m. Central on Wednesday morning. So there's a good chance if you're watching this later in the day, this will be outdated. But currently, here's what we're looking at. We've got tornado warnings there around Madison, near Jackson, near Florence, back down to Crystal Springs, and just north of Brookhaven. So currently we have 3 different tornado warnings over there in south central Mississippi coming right across the I-20 corridor. These are all possible tornadoes over there this morning. And then as we look down a little further to the south down toward Baton Rouge, we have some heavy thunderstorms there also. Few showers and thunderstorms just off the Alabama coast, the Florida coast, back up toward Pensacola, and back over toward Biloxi. All of this is moving to the east, but I think the severe threat, again, will in Alabama stay south of the I-85 corridor. So if you're down there around Dothan, Enterprise, Greenville, Evergreen, Selma, Demopolis, Mobile, Dauphin Island, Gulf Shores, you're the folks that need to really be concerned about severe weather possibilities today. If you're north of that area, up into East Alabama, West Georgia, basically from Montgomery north, a rumble of thunder certainly possible. A rogue strong to severe storm is possible, but not likely. And then if you're north of the I-20 corridor, Birmingham, Atlanta north, you're looking at a cold rain today with very little chance of severe weather. And don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. It's at DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. That is our home on the World Wide Web. If you'll go to our website, upper right-hand corner, you'll see a donate button. That's how you support us here on Dr. Don's Weather, and we depend on you. We could not continue to do this, and we are about to march right into our 4th year of social media severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia. It's hard to believe it's been that long. Thank you to those folks you see scrolling over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Those are our partners. And if you or someone you know owns a business and you would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, all you have to do is shoot me a message on Messenger, and I can have you started before we do our next weather forecast. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. That will happen first thing tomorrow morning right here on Dr. Don's Weather. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.